Good evening. My name is Vern Davis. You know, right now it is February 2017. 2016 for most people was a very challenging year. But I have to say, for me, 2016 was my year of breakthrough. Well, let's just say in March of last year, 2016, I was sleeping in my car. I was homeless, destitute, didn't have any money, didn't know how I was going to get any money. But from April to December of last year, something magnificent happened to me. Something very, very special happened within me. And I want to share with you what I learned happened to me last year. In April, I had no net worth, zero money, destitute, was sleeping in my car. From April to December, this is my financial report. This is Wells Fargo. Can you see that? That was just in one account. From April to December of last year, I went from homeless to my business generating just under $500,000. $500,000 US, just under $500,000 I generated from being homeless and in an 8-month time frame generating over $500,000 in my business. I want to share with you very briefly what I learned happened to me during that whole time frame. See, a lot of people in their personal development journey, they learn that to change their results, they're going to have to change their thinking. Well, thinking occurs in the mind. And what most people don't realize is the mind actually has two components. The mind has a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. Most people, well, everybody, we all think in pictures. So when we're told to change our mind, so to speak, most of us don't have a picture of our mind. We have a picture of our brain, but we don't have a picture of what our mind is. So I want to share with you very briefly what our mind is and what caused me to have such a quantum leap and what can cause anybody else to have the same quantum leap, even better. See, we have to change our mind. Most of us focus on changing the results in our life. That's treating the symptoms. We have to treat the cause, the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is in our mind. See, most of us don't have a picture of the mind. And I was taught that when there's no picture, there's chaos in our brain. There's chaos in our mind when we don't have a picture. We think in pictures. Everything that comes into our brain, we imagine as a picture. So when we're taught to change our mind, we don't have a picture of the mind, so it's hard to change that. Well, I'm going to share with you real briefly how I changed my mind and how anybody else can do the same. See, the mind, as I mentioned earlier, has two components. Let's just say the top half of our mind is the conscious mind, and the bottom half is our subconscious mind. Our thoughts originate in our conscious mind. And typically our thoughts that originate in our conscious mind get there through our five senses: seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, and smelling. We're taught to pretty much trust our five senses and dictate what we think based on the five senses. Well, we as human beings have the unique ability to be able to originate our own ideas in spite of our five senses. And if you can just really picture your mind, the top half is the conscious mind, the bottom half is the subconscious mind. Thoughts originate in our conscious mind. And what happens is, after those thoughts are repetitively impressed in our subconscious mind, a very, very strange thing happens. They actually sink down into the bottom half of our head, which is our subconscious mind. And what most people don't realize is our body is a manifestation of what's going on in our subconscious mind. Let me show you a graphic that I was taught by the late, well, not late, but the great Bob Proctor. See, this is called a stick figure. If you look at it, it's simply two circles with four lines coming out of them. This changed my life, guys, when I really, really understood what happened to me last year. Remember I said, we are taught, well, our thoughts originate in our conscious mind. After repeated exposure, repeated exposure in our conscious mind, those thoughts drop down into our subconscious mind. Our body is a manifestation of what's going on in our subconscious mind. Our body is another word for our results. A lot of times when we don't have the results that we're looking for, we tend to try to change the results based on our behavior. Behavior dictates results. So we try to change our behavior to change our results. But what we don't realize and what we weren't taught in school, so it's probably no surprise that we don't realize it, is our behavior is dictated by our paradigm. Well, our paradigm is located in our subconscious mind. Our paradigm dictates our behavior. Our paradigm dictates what we do. What we do dictates our results. So instead of changing the results through behavior, we have to start at the root cause of the problem, our mind. We have to change our mind. And now that we have a picture of our mind, it should be a little bit easier to change the mind. Once again, our conscious mind, that's our thinking mind. That's where we gather information. So many people want to gather information, which is a great idea. You want to gather information. School has us gathering a bunch of information, a bunch of information, a bunch of information. That information is stored in our conscious mind. If we can repeat it and do good on the test, we have a good grade, and we call that success. Well, that isn't success in the real world. Because see, just because we can repeat something, that doesn't dictate what we're going to do. Our paradigms dictate what we're going to do, and our paradigms are located in our subconscious mind. See, once again, our paradigms dictate what we do. It dictates our behavior. Our behavior dictates our results. We have to change what goes into our subconscious mind. That will automatically take care of what's going on in the instrument that expresses what's in the subconscious mind, which is this, our body. Our body is simply and basically a reflection of what's going on in our subconscious mind. We have the ability to originate our own thoughts. So what you want to do is you want to come up with an idea that you want, not what society says you should have, not what your parents, not what your coworkers, not what your colleagues suggest you can have. What do you really want? What do you really want in life? What is your dream? What is your goal? What you want to do is come up with that idea and press it repeatedly on your conscious mind. Write it down over and over and over. Listen to it over and over and over. Videotape yourself saying or talking about your ideas over and over and over and over and over again. What will happen is those ideas at some point will drop into your subconscious mind. Your paradigm is what's located in your subconscious mind. Your paradigm dictates your activity. It dictates your behavior. Your behavior dictates the results you have, aka dictates what goes on into your body. A lot of people that have sickness or ailments, they go to the doctor and they get treated in their body. They don't realize that if they change what's going on in their subconscious mind, that's what's causing the body to be in the disarray that it's in the first place. So you want to start in your mind. And now that you have a picture of your mind, it should be a whole lot easier to dictate the results you have. Start with an idea. Don't let your five senses dictate what goes into your mind. You want to be able to filter that out. And you do that through practice. Once you filter out what goes in to your conscious mind, you dictate what goes into your conscious mind. You come up with an idea. You originate an idea of what you want. You impress that on your conscious mind. You impress it, meaning you over and over and over and over and over. Think about, write down, talk about what it is you want. Not what you don't want, what you want. Your dreams, your goals, your desires. You dictate what you want to think about consciously. After a while, you don't even have to worry about it. It does it automatically. This will drop into your subconscious mind. Your paradigm is located in your subconscious mind. Your paradigm, once again, dictates what you do, dictates your behavior. Your behavior dictates your results in life. If you want to change your results in life, you change your behavior. You change what you do. You want to change what you do, you change what causes you to do what you do, which is your paradigm. Your paradigm is located in your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is like a garden. It will grow any seed that you plant in it. Make sure you plant the right seeds, the right thoughts, what you want, not what you don't want, your dreams, desires. Plant that in your conscious mind. It will go into your subconscious mind. It will drop down into your body, your results. You'll be a happy person like I am. Vern Davis, I appreciate your time, and it was a pleasure for me to share this information with you. Thanks a lot.